What's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to come here, check on everybody. Camera shaking, camera shaking. Yes, just a simple video to talk about my thoughts on what's going on with the cryptocurrency market, as well as my, cryptocurrency channel. I am going to be making some changes, and I have come to some realizations. This is why you always want to surround yourself with people, that are really good at what they do and, really positive and pushing you in the right direction. So shouts out to Yaz, one of our coaches in our group, kind of just had a conversation with me to give me like a reality check. Okay, so I do want to come in here and comment on some things because there could be some mixed signals from the channel for some people. Some people are pointing to blame, and I see it with other YouTube channels as well, and I'm definitely falling into that category. So for example, one of the biggest financial YouTubers, Meet Kevin, decided to sell like 70, I think he sold everything. He sold like all of his assets, and he's getting ripped apart in the comment section, and people are like really mad at him. And I feel like to some extent, I'm experiencing the same thing because I did make the video that I sold 70% of my cryptocurrency. So, there's two routes you can kind of go and, making content for YouTube. You can be like the super speculative guy that talks about altcoins, that talks about, the price fluctuations and tries to capitalize on that, with letting his audience know. Even though financial advice, I tell you guys pretty much every single video, you have to make your own decisions. Updating people on your portfolio can kind of, put them in a position to where they can see what you're doing ahead of time. And a lot of people get lazy and they like to follow regardless of what we say, financial advice, blah, blah, blah. They're going to do it anyways, right? So there's that that way that I feel like my channel has recently gone that direction, and it's because of a lot of reasons. But I do want to get back to my roots, and I'm doing a lot of changes. This is going to happen on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go from less speculative to more education, and this is where Yaz kind of came in and set me straight. He originally came to me because the videos I made were extremely deep, right? I would deep dive into some altcoins, deeper than anybody else on YouTube, and I would be dissecting a project through fundamental analysis and different variables. And it was more like education. It was like less speculation and more education. And, again, for some way, I lost sight of that, right? There's all these distractions. I think part of it is that I have 29 people I'm paying right now on 1099 and W-2. And I have to manage that, and I have less time to research. So, back in the day, it was just me and like 3 other people, and I didn't really have to I could research for 8 hours a day. Now it's just a little bit different. I have to be more selective with my time. So it's gotten to this kind of, in my personal opinion, after looking back at my videos and after Yaz kind of put me in check, it's gone to like this speculative kind of thing that people, they're obviously going to point fingers, right? Like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And the reason why is because there's all different types of traders, right? So for example, I made this video selling 70% of my portfolio, but I do want to take responsibility for and apologize right now, to all of my audience members, even though I say it's not financial advice, whatever the case is, people do make moves off of what I do, unfortunately. And people were really mad because I know a lot of the people that follow me are investor types, right? So for example, my strategy has recently shifted to more of I wouldn't say a permanent trader, but kind of the trading mentality because of the risk of the market. So, I just did this immediate switch without really educating people and without getting them up to speed the right way. And then just I kind of pulled the rug under and said I sold 70% of crypto, and people lashed out. And literally, I'm coming on here and I want to title this video, "I'm sorry," because again, I want to take responsibility for that. Okay, at the end of the day, I am an influencer and I influence people to make decisions. So I have to be a little bit more selective how I put these videos out. So again, this is me taking responsibility for other people's actions, which we all know that's not the way it's supposed to be. I think the smarter people, the people that have been in, longer and understand financial education, I think they're making their own decisions. And they can take responsibility for their own actions. But some people, I do have to make the content cater to everyone. So again, bringing it back to the original topic of discussion, you're damned if you go that speculative route, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, if you're right about a trade, then the investors are going to be mad. But if you're right about an investment, then the traders are going to be mad. And I see it in both sides of the market. Like, for example, I'll call an altcoin, even though I have 20 others, you know, I'll call one specifically and people will like bash me in the comments if the altcoin doesn't do well, even though I'm making money on other altcoins. And then if I sell, you know, I have investors bashing me saying that I have like, you know, I have paper hands, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. You know, if you're putting yourself in this speculative, you know, I guess you could say realm, it becomes hard to be you're going to be wrong always is the point. And I shouldn't have pushed my channel in that direction. And I apologize for that. So I do want to shift up everything that's happening. And I'm going to be going back to like purely education, like just pure education. It's going to be harder to figure out, you know, what I'm doing with my portfolio on my YouTube channel. But I will let you guys still know what's going on in a very selective way. I won't be making like the titles where it's like 70% on all my cryptocurrency, because people literally don't even watch the videos. They just look at my title and then they automatically draw a conclusion of what I'm doing. So you'll see different type of content, more education focused. You know, if you do want to get my specific, you know, day-to-day what I do, then I'm going to leave that in the fundamental secrets. Okay. I'm going to leave that in my course. You know, I feel like that's the best way to do it because I'm live streaming like 2 to 3 times a week and I can put out these videos and it's just so much easier to let people know the day-to-day actions. And then from here, we're going to dive deep into the education, just like classic style Alex. I'm going to be breaking down some of these projects, be doing reviews. But just to be clear with everybody watching this video, if I make a video, does not mean I invested in that or didn't invest in it in any way, shape, or form. You have to draw those conclusions for yourself. And again, I want to push this channel in a direction that gives people financial independence in the long run. You know, not focusing on these short-term volatility things. Or whatever the case is. But yeah, again, just to wrap it up, you know, I can go the speculation route and just tell you exactly what I'm doing or whatever. But I feel like, again, I'm putting myself in a very vulnerable situation if I do that. Or I can go the education route and I really show you guys what it takes to make money long-term in the cryptocurrency market as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, et cetera, et cetera. And I think I'm going to choose the second because, you know, it's the reason I'm passionate about crypto. I want to educate people. You know, in this market, I want to push people in the ultimate right direction, not the short term, you know, let's make profit direction. You know, I want people to be able to get jobs in the cryptocurrency industry, you know, and actually learn how to secure like a 6-figure job, which, you know, some people that I know using my training has been able to do that. I want, you know, people to create their own social medias in crypto and spread the good word of it. I want people to actually learn the fundamental foundational principles of cryptocurrency. These are the things that excite me the most when getting involved in this space, because, you know, ultimately I know it's going to be here forever. And regardless of what I do now is pretty much irrelevant. But yeah, I did want to chime in and just, again, take responsibility for all of my actions. I'm a human and I'm not perfect. And I want to say, again, I'm sorry to the audience for not preparing me the right way. And I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to make sure that moving forward that we have a system that keeps everybody in the know, right, of what I'm doing, and, you know, kind of keeps it lower pressure and less like aggressive, if that makes sense. But in general, yeah, guys, you should always be doing your own research. You should be making your own decisions and not blaming others. But again, I'll take responsibility for that, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. And yeah, guys, get to work, man. It's like 5 a.m. right now. It's literally 5:30 in the morning. I'm trying to best in my ability to push as hard as I can, and you should be doing the same. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.